Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's zoom in. There we go, that's better. Everyone will moan about the bars otherwise. Hi guys, this is DJ Slope from Slope's Gaming, as you know, because you're on my channel, you've clicked my video. Guys, I'm not 100% with it today. You see lots of cuts in this video. It's because I am actually not very well. Again, this is a little bit ridiculous now. I have been sick 4, 5, 6, I don't know, something times this year. I seem to be ill a lot recently. It's actually a little bit worrying, in all honesty. And I laugh as I say that. What's going on? So anyway. I don't know why I keep getting ill, although I do think exhaustion has something to do with that. Honestly, as I become a bigger YouTuber, I'm not a big YouTuber, I still don't not class myself anywhere near as a big YouTuber. I am still very much small time, or I believe I am anyway. I believe that I'm still quite a small YouTuber, but as I'm growing as a YouTuber, I still need to put out a lot more content. I need to constantly be active in as many channels as possible and collaborate with as many people as possible. I've just remembered something I needed to add on here. Ignore that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I do believe exhaustion is the thing, because I don't know what's happening to me, but every time I seem to go away to an event, wrong way, I can't do it in mirror mode. Play Expo, I go to a lot of Play Expo events. Every time I go away to an event, I end up getting ill. It's all my own doing, absolutely is. I mean, I don't drink that much, honestly, which is crazy, considering I've released the beer. You'll see more about that in a minute. Yeah, like, I seem to get ill, and I don't mean like, oh, I feel a little bit funky. Like, I'm talking when I go to bed in these hotels that they set us up with, which are really nice hotels, in all honesty. I'm like sweating out, you know, when you wake up in the night and you're covered in a cold sweat and you're on the toilet a lot, you know, you're wanting to throw up. Like, this happens, and then the next day I seem to be okay again. But these 24-hour bug things just keep coming to me all through the year. I don't know what it is. Perhaps I should be going to a doctor to find out, but I do think that exhaustion has something to do with it, because I am constantly working on my channel. I've had a few days off this week to try and calm down a little bit, because it has been hectic over the last few weeks, in all honesty. In fact, since my very last Q&A, I went to Glasgow to the wrong way again to the Play Expo in Glasgow, which is fantastic. Got to meet a few fans, and obviously Kim came with me. She did as well, and that was absolutely. It still blows my mind. It says, "Oh, can I take a picture? Can you sign something?" It's insane. I can't believe that stuff happens. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it does. You know, it's obviously a good thing. We done a talk there about how to make it as a YouTuber, which is a bit of a vague thing. So obviously, there's many different types of YouTubers out there, but obviously, we're talking about these retro documentary style. You know, the stuff that me and Kim Justice does. So we did a talk about that, which also means that we were both on the Retro Hour podcast, which was really good. I'll leave a link down below and where you can go and listen to that. Back again, sorry, like I said, not too well. Right. Yes, behind the scenes, I am working on a box art documentary. It's nothing to do, you know, I'm not running the thing, it's just I'm becoming a decent part of that. If you follow me on Twitter, I do a lot of posts about different box arts and all that sort of thing. Battle of the Box Art, if you know, hashtag Battle of the Box Art, I think pretty much I own that one. Have a look at that. So yeah, I'm working on this box art documentary thing, which was a Kickstarter actually. But no, this one looks like it's going to be very good. What's up next? Oh yeah, Larry Bundy Jr.'s got a book coming out, a fact hunt book, which I've also wrote a chapter on, which is always hard to write stuff for other people, because if my patrons will know, if you go and look in my completed script section, which is one of the perks, excuse me, again, sorry, one of the perks of my Google Drive, you'll see that my scripts almost don't make sense, because I smash down on that keyboard and I just read it back as because I know how I wrote it. They're almost like just brief notes so I know what to say when, you know, they're not complete scripts. So when I do write book chapters for books, like I did for Ashins, and like I've done here with Larry's book. Sorry, my voice is going. Yes, that was hard work. That was hard work, but I'm very happy with it. It's actually an extension on a previous video that I've done for myself. Sorry, I went again. So, also, where else did I go? I went to Sega again. Yes, never a bad time going to Sega. Still mind-blowing every time I got to go. They've got this cool, funky sort of, I don't know what it is, like waxy glue artwork thing that they've got put up in the reception since the last time I went. That's pretty cool, pretty cool. But I didn't go up there to go see that. I went up there to go and play on Team Sonic Racing, which was good fun. It's actually, I can't give a review. I mean, obviously I can't give a review. What I played was an easy mode version, so I won every race, of one track with only 6 playable characters. But what I did play of that one track, you know, it was very easy, that sort of thing. It was good fun. It felt sort of a mix between the Transformed games and Outrun 2, like those newer Outrun games, which I was a huge fan of those, and to the point where I think they're possibly better than the originals. Controversial, I know. Yes, so it was good. It was good fun. I'm excited to play it. It's a risky move for them, because I think they would have got an easy win if they did another Transformed. But this, they've got some cool co-op mechanics. It's really good. I like it. What else? Yes, Did You Know Gaming. I voiced the Did You Know Gaming episode, which is one of the big holy grails, one of the big massive cross that off the list things to do if you're, you know, these gaming YouTubers. I went and done it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so they took my Kickscanner series, and we done a Did You Know Gaming type Kickscanner video. It's proved to be quite popular, which is cool. Obviously, I got a nice influx of subscribers and viewers from that as well. So Did You Know Gaming guys, if you're watching this, many thanks to you. That was a script that I mostly wrote, and then they, you know, cleaned it up to make it more like their sort of thing. So that took some time. And obviously, like I said earlier, we had the beer event. Now, I know some of you guys out there, I didn't realise this as much, so I do apologise. A lot of people, it seems, aren't a fan of beer. I don't... Look, whatever you think, obviously I like beer. I just created my own beer. If it's not for you, whatever, you know, no harm. Go and check out the Q&A. That'll be later on in the video. But for everyone else that is a fan and wants to know how to buy it, I'm obviously not going to advertise it on this video for obvious YouTube reasons. But if you go to Google and search, let me think about this, Wild Weather Ales and Slopes Game Room, it'll only be about 2 or 3 links down. If you go to the eBree site, I'm sure you will be able to find it. But obviously, only if you're over 18, all that sort of thing. But anyway, I'm going to show you some footage on how that all went down, because the big event was this Saturday just gone, where I got to meet people like Oliver Harper for the first time. I got to meet some of my Patreons actually for the first time. People travelled some far way to get to us. I got to meet Sophia, Kim's girlfriend, for the first time. Obviously got to meet Kim again. We seem to see each other almost every weekend at the moment. It's crazy. So many other people. Octavius Kitten was there, Nostalgia Nerd was there. There was so many people. Back office show, loads and loads of people. So it was really good. Yeah, you're seeing footage of all that now. It was a great day. I think probably close to, or even maybe topping 100. I was gonna say 100,000. Obviously not 100,000. It's bigger than a festival. 100 people turned up, which was cool. It was such a cool event. So Wild Weather Ales, thank you very much for helping make the beer, and Brewheads, thank you very much for hosting the Slopes Game Room beer complete history event. So yes, there you go. Hello, Kim.
Hello. You alright?
Alright. So let's do some talking.
Yeah.
I'm actually not even drinking my beer right now.
No, you're not. Why aren't you drinking your beer?
I've had like, it is a good beer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a good beer. I've had like 2 pints of it so far. So yes, this is the fight going on over there.
Yeah.
Maybe not. So yeah, this is the launch of the complete history beer. What the fuck? That's a thing.
That's pretty crazy.
Cray.
Let's shit quick.
Very good beers. So yeah, we are here at Brewheads. Oh, hello, Andrew Dalton. Hello, back office. This is my one of my patrons, and look, he's got the Slopes Gameroom t-shirt on, and some other channel, I don't know, what's that channel, I don't know.
It's not an important one.
So yeah, it's been a really good turnout. We've had a lot of people here today. It's probably gone down, we've lost about a third of the people, the weather's getting a bit dark now. But it's been good, it's been good. I don't know what to say really. Shall I just run? Shall I run round and we'll pour a pint?
Decent drink, Daniel, as well.
Is it? What's your review of the Complete History beer?
It's actually good. Yeah, I don't really drink beer, right? But this is palatable. You know what I mean? I would buy this.
Andrew, what's your opinion on the beer?
It's very refreshing. I'm not a beer
It's a lovely summer. It's a summer beer.
It is. It's some beer.
It's a definite.
Well,
summer beer.
So has it got that distinct Daniel taste?
It's me in a can. I did so.
There's a drop of Daniel in every can.
There's like. I did so little. I went along. They told me about it, and I put some of the ingredients.
Yeah, I like
Daniel's
that.
amber nectar.
Yeah, the footage you saw, which I'll edit it in here, of me putting some hops in a jasmine. Yeah, that was all me.
It's a jasmine saison.
Saison.
Oh yeah.
This is the man that made it happen. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the Brewhead thing, I think. It's very tasty.
Very good. Right, I was hoping you'd say Complete History because that would have looked really good if you said that.
I'm drinking Complete History.
So yes, I'll go in this way. Guys, do you like the beer? You don't have to say yes.
It's terrible. It's amazing. I like the beer. It's good. Right. It's Complete History of taste.
Here's the guys behind it, and there is...
and one American Power.
Are you having a pint of Complete History?
I'm not going to buy it.
We are all having a pint of Complete History because we love Complete History. We do really love it. Yes. We love games. We love gaming.
What's your favourite game?
F-Zero, I would say.
F-Zero,
That's my favorite game. F-Zero is my favorite game.
And yeah, so what we'll do now is we'll go on to the the Q&A. Obviously, I am very sorry. I seem to say this every month, and it's getting later and later. But I'm very sorry, guys. But yeah, obviously we're late for this month's Q&A. I mean, it's still within the month time frame, so I'm sort of just in there. And I'm trying to make these Q&As a little bit more interesting than just me answering questions to a camera. So obviously, a lot of the time, those questions sometimes do get repeated. So obviously, this month I've told you all about all this sort of stuff coming up. Sort of stuff that I've done over the last month, and next month I'm going to be doing a Q&A, not live, but I'm going to be recording a Q&A from a pretty awesome little retro video game shop called Level Up Games in Canterbury, which is fairly close to me. It's actually not too close, it takes me a while to get there. But yeah, they're really cool guys there, and we're going to sit down with the owners and we're going to do the Q&A there. So all of the Patreons and people that become patrons to ask questions for all of us, the two owners, possibly one owner, and myself, and we'll all answer them together. So it'll be good, but anyway, on to last month's Q&A. Okay guys, I've just seen how many questions I've got, so wow, let's go through these. Richard Carter asks, hey DJ Slopes, thanks for all the great content you have been spoiling us with. What is your favourite superhero game? Would love to know what you thought of Avengers Infinity, please, if you have seen. Best wishes. And that is from Richard Carter, aka Fantastic Dizzy. Richard Carter, favourite superhero game. The obvious one that a lot of people said would probably have been Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2, but I played the Xbox version, but completely blown out of the water. I used to like, if you want to go retro, I used to really like Batman Returns on the Mega CD. I had it on the Mega Drive, I was going to say Genesis then, on the Mega Drive, and it was one of the only games I wasn't a fan of, but once I sold it, I almost became instantly nostalgic for it, and I wanted it back. So when I got a Mega CD, I bought the Mega CD version, and I always thought that was superior because it had the parallax scrolling, not parallax scrolling, the sort of Outrun style Batman modes with all the guns and stuff. It is very clunky, but I like that. But games are getting better and better all the time, and I think that new Spider-Man game is possibly going to become my favourite superhero game of all time. But until then, I'm going to say the very latest Batman Arkham Knight. Now, I know most people say Arkham Arkham Asylum, and then Arkham City, and then Arkham Knight. Everyone seems to, for some reason, not like Arkham Knight too much. I loved it. Played that game all the way through. Couldn't get enough of it. So yeah, definitely Arkham Knight. Next one's from Petty Mew, and Petty Mew asks, as this will be after E3, is there anything that that has been said at the E3 2018 that you are excited about, not so happy about, anything you would anything you had hoped to hear about but nothing happened? For me, it's Animal Crossing. I love this series, but desperate for a Switch version that isn't a silly amiibo mini game or DS home decorating game. So that was from Petty Mew, long-time supporter. Thank you, Petty Mew. Yeah, Animal Crossing, that would have been great. I don't play it too much myself, but I've got my two sisters love those games. So for me, what I wanted to hear more than anything, people will probably know this already if they're in my Discord, because I wouldn't shut up about it. Where's Pikmin 4? Where's Pikmin 4? They told us ages ago that game is almost finished, and well, there was practically nothing, so that was a real shame. And then I was obviously very excited. Okay, no Pikmin 4. How about showing us a little bit about that Metroid Prime 4? You know, nothing on that either. So basically, I just thought Nintendo's presentation was a little bit of a disappointment. There was a couple of nuggets in there, I suppose. I'm going to love Overcooked 2. I'm going to play that game, and I'm going to absolutely love that, and possibly get a divorce over that game. That game looks incredible. So, I mean, it looks just like the first one, and that game was incredible. But the big things for me, let me think about this. Excuse me. Let me think about this. Obviously, Spider-Man looks absolutely incredible. I think that looks like the Spider-Man version of the Batman Arkham game. So, can't get enough of it. So yeah, Spider-Man. What else did I really like the look of? I'm trying to remember. Oh my God, what am I saying? Ori, the new Ori Willow of the Wisps. That is the game I am easily most excited for. That game, I already knew about it, obviously, but oh my God, I want to play that game big time. Doesn't come out now till next year, so that's a bit of a shame. It's exciting to hear about a new Battletoads game coming out, although it didn't show anything. I can't believe they showed that straight after they said that these are things that you've never seen before, and then they showed us something that didn't have any footage, so we still haven't seen it, so that was a little bit annoying. But yeah, I'm excited to see more about Battletoads. I'm annoyed also, there was a game called The Last Night that was shown last year, and that wasn't shown this year, so I was very upset to not see something more about that. That was a shame. Unravel 2, that was a surprise, and that's just reminded me I need to get that game and I need to play through that, and that looks like good fun. And what else? Yeah, new Cuphead stuff, that looks pretty good. Obviously new Tomb Raider. There's not been a bad year. I'd say on the grand scheme of E3s, maybe a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I think the year when they announced Shenmue 3, that was a 10 out of 10 year, although there's still games on that they still haven't released, which shows that we're just putting that stuff out too early. But as a presentation, that was probably the best year ever, in my opinion. The year they announced Shenmue 3, that was the big one. Yeah, I mean, that was it. And obviously Sonic All-Star Racing, but I've actually played that one, so yeah. Yeah, there you go. Mike Fallon, which Discord moderator is your favourite, and why is it Creamy Elephant? Creamy Elephant is my least favourite admin. In jokes, guys, I'm going to quickly move on. Mike Fallon, what would be your top 3 picks for a new Sega Dreamcast collection? Top 3 picks. Obviously, it would have to be Sonic Adventure, Crazy Taxi, and I would say Monkey Ball, but it was going to be out on that, wasn't it? And I don't know what other big one. Space Channel 5? But I mean, it's so obvious because we had those already, didn't we, for the Xbox 360. So if we're going to be a little bit more awesome about it, only 3? Oh my God. Okay, so get Skies of Arcadia on there, Phantasy Star Online with online capability, because I missed out on the chance and I really would like to play that. And I was going to say Ikaruga, but I just got that on the Switch. There's no point. I don't know. Choo Choo Rocket Online, because I really miss playing that game online. That was good. That was really good. What else we got? Creamy Elephant. Creamy Elephant asks, 3 questions by the looks of it. A new Crazy Taxi or Burnout game. Whatever you pick becomes the best in the series. The downside is that it removes the other series from existence. What do you pick? As much as I think Crazy Taxi is possibly the best game on the Dreamcast, it is just one small little thing that you do. Or I suppose you do the same in Burnout. Whatever. Burnout. I want a new Burnout Paradise more than I want a new Crazy Taxi. Like, give me Burnout Paradise 2, and I don't mean like a Need for Speed Most Wanted open world. I want like the official Burnout controls. I want a proper new Burnout game made by the original Criterion Studios, which isn't going to happen. Whatever. That's what I want. And it pains me to see Crazy Taxi go, because that's probably in my top 10 games of all time. So. And he asked another one. What would be your top 3 picks for a new Sega Dreamcast collection? In jokes in my Patreon fields here. Okay, he's asked me another one. Share one of your wildest anecdotes from your DJ days. Can you think of anything off the top of my head? Of your head? Crazy story from my DJ days. Yeah, I used to play in this fairly dodgy bar in Gravesend, which is a bit of a dodgy town. It's not where... don't worry. It's where Pocahontas was buried, Gravesend. Yeah, there you go. Disney lied to you. Yes, so... I used to play in this dodgy looking bar. It was an absolute... It was so good, though. I loved playing. It was proper grimy music, and I could play like pretty much what I wanted, which is a mixture of everything, basically. At the end of the night, you're going to be hearing Rage Against the Machine, but at the beginning of the night, you're going to be hearing like hardcore sort of drum and bass, and I don't know, whatever else, Moon Baton music, everything. But I was very fast with the DJ controls. I pride myself in being not too bad a DJ, actually. And whenever the police turned up, I always, not to warn people, but just to get them embarrassed, I always get that, play the whoop whoop, that's the sound of the police. And yeah, a few times the manager used to hate me because people would then be a bit weary around the police, but as soon as they heard that, they're literally dancing with the police, and the police are trying to get out of there because they're embarrassed. Yeah. Happened on quite a few occasions. Yes, Rebel DJ Slope, yes. Mike Fallon has asked quite a few more questions. Sonic dating sim, yay or nay? Nay, 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 nay. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that would like that to happen. Mike Fallon also asks, when, if ever, is censorship okay in gaming? Bloody hell, that's a question. Well, the problem with gaming is obviously you've got the gaming rating system, which I believe is different in America than it is in the UK. But most of the time, they are getting better at it, but most of the time, parents seem to think that games are okay for their kids no matter what the game, because they don't really understand that some games are quite graphic. Even like really obvious popular games like Call of Duty are graphic video games. I mean, I'm obviously going back now, was it 4-5 years? That's insane to think it was that long ago. But when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, I think it was one of my wife's friends actually, or sister or someone like that, said that Colin, your friend, yeah, one of her friends got Grand Theft Auto 5 for a kid, and I was like, whoa, really? You can genuinely rape and kill people in that game. There is a scene in that game where you torture someone for information, and you genuinely have to break their like body parts. Yeah, so obviously I don't want that to ever be censored, because as a grown-up, I watch films with that sort of content, good horror films, and I don't think that video games should be any different in that sense, because it's just another form of media, and as an adult I want to be able to enjoy it as a game director or whatever sees fit, but I do think there needs to be a heavier emphasis on shops and even parents knowing that even if they just had a big obvious movie 18 sticker on there to show that this is not for kids, because that sort of stuff is important, although kids are always going to find a way, aren't they, I suppose. There you go. What's up next? Samuel Victor! Yes, Samuel Victor asks, hi Daniel. Here's a crazy hypothetical. If you were under some magical curse that meant you could only ever play every Sega console or every Nintendo console, which would you choose? But, as it's you, here is a twist to make it more difficult. Tragically, due to a screw-up in the Magic Spell, Streets of Rage and Sonic series don't exist. Sorry, try not to have nightmares. See, it's painful because I want to say Sega because I prefer Sega's retro games. But I do actually play quite a lot of modern games, and Nintendo are still releasing systems, and the last 3, possibly 4 Nintendo systems have been my favourite in that generation. So as much as it pains me to say it, I would say I prefer... And also, here's my... Oh, no, because Sonic doesn't exist. I was about to say Sonic games come out on Nintendo. I'm going to say Nintendo, though, because... Oh, no, because... Yeah, because if I choose Nintendo, it's fine. Because I can still play the Sega Classics collection on my PlayStation 4. Because I'm assuming that still exists. Ah, there you go. I found a loophole in your screw-up in your Magic Spell. But yes, I would kill you if you took the Streets of Rage series and the Sonic series away from me, because they are the best 2 series in the world. Yes. Thank you, Samuel. I actually answered that one quite quickly. Okay, next up we've got Mike Fallon. Again. Come on, man. Okay. What are your thoughts on people who are trying to push identity politics into gaming? I didn't realise that was a thing, if I'm honest. I know there are gay, obviously... I don't care, if I'm honest. I follow a guy, I'm trying to remember his name on Twitter, and it's annoying me. He does a really good blog called The Gay Gamer or something like that. I don't care. I don't follow him because he's a gay person. I follow him because he does very good articles. The same way I, follow some trans channels, like I suppose Kim. I don't care. I really don't care as long as they don't push their views on me. I'm not going to click that video, so it doesn't bother me even if they do that. Really, I really do not care. I watch female YouTubers, I watch male YouTubers, gay YouTubers, trans YouTubers. I literally don't care. Like I say, when they do the videos talking about their trans stuff, that sort of thing, or gay experiences or anything like that, which thankfully I can't think of anyone that does do that sort of thing. If they did, that sort of thing wouldn't be of interest to me. But the quality thing about YouTube is you don't have to click, and you don't have to watch, and you don't have to give a thumbs down. You just don't bother clicking the video. Sorry if that's not the right answer. I didn't realise it was an issue or pushing. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't care, if I'm honest. Do what you want to do with your own life. Nathan Martin. Hey Dan, you going to Download Festival this year? It was 2 weeks ago, I think. So no, I'm not. If so, what days are you going? Oh, sorry, I've actually answered him this in here. No, I'm not going to Download. If you guys don't know, I DJ Download Festival pretty much every year and have done for the last 8 years or so. There'll probably be some footage I'm playing now, and now I've said that, I've got to put it in, and I'm making work for myself. So yeah, no, I'm not. Although hopefully I'll be back this year, next year, hopefully, which is a shame. I really wanted to see Baby Metal again. They're like one of my favourites at the moment. Right. Jacob Coy asks, and this is obviously before E3, but what are you most excited for at E3? I was most excited to hear more about Ori and Will of the Wisps, or Ori Will of the Wisps, and I obviously got that. I'm obviously always excited to just experience something new, which I sort of got. Most of it was actually repeated stuff, especially from Sony, sadly, although what they showed was good. And I obviously wanted to see a lot more about Pikmin 4 and Metroid Prime 4, which I didn't get. Ugh, very annoying, very annoying. Andrew Dalton. How creamy is Creamy Elephant? He is super creamy. He's double strength cream. He's double cream. Sorry guys. If you want to join my Discord, by the way, and talk to these people and be part of these in-jokes, which, not to be fair, they're not funny there either, but you can join my Discord. There'll be a link below. You don't have to be a patron to do so, although if you are a patron, you get exclusive extra rooms. Next up, you got Andrew Dalton again. Since you started your crazy YouTube journey, what's been the best part of it? Easily, the best part of YouTube is the fact that it's all coming together. Basically, the reason I started YouTube is because I wanted to talk to more people about very nerdy stuff. A lot of my friends are gamers, definitely, but even the people that are into retro don't go too much further than the obvious Nintendo and even Sega and stuff like that. And I wanted to get into the nitty gritty and tell stories about Roland in the caves and all that sort of thing, and talk to people and just research and tell people my stories, and that's the most rewarding thing, is now people actually come to me into like sort of my room, my Slopes game room, in the comments, and talk to me about this sort of stuff, which is exciting. And I've made some genuine incredible friends. I've got to work with pretty much some of my YouTube heroes beforehand, like Larry Bundy and stuff like that, and obviously I discovered Kim afterwards, but me and Kim worked together a lot, you know, so I mean, I've managed to speak to almost every single one of my YouTube heroes. I've briefly spoken to people like the Gaming Historian, so many others, Metal Jesus, like Kelsey Lewin actually subscribed to me very early on in my early days, and we've chatted a couple of times, which is incredible. RGT85, I chat to him from time to time. He's someone I watched before I was a YouTuber. Adam Korolik, like, it's incredible. There's so many YouTubers out there, and people like that now talk to me, and I'm sort of an influencer now. Like, that's the coolest thing, and people come up to me and talking to me, even if it's just in the comment section. Definitely the best part about being a YouTuber for me. Yes. Gary Pinkett asks. Gary actually came and saw me at my beer event, so thank you, Gary. As did some others as well, but it's the first time I met Gary, so thank you very much. And he wore the Slopes Game Room T-shirt, which is the only one of the exclusive Patreon T-shirts, and I only ever make them once. I'm gutted because I think that's generally probably one of my best designs. I love it. I love it. If any of you guys can work out what this T-shirt means, write it below, because I think it's really, really awesome. It's super nerdy. I love it. Anyway, Gary Pinkett asks, has there ever been a game you really wanted to like but just couldn't get into? The obvious one, which I'll always say, is Ocarina of Time. It's happened to me a couple of times with Zelda games. Not so much that latest one on the Switch. That game did keep my attention. I remember thinking, oh, ain't that great, but now I haven't played it for a while. I've actually lent it to my sister. I'm like, man, I want that back. I wouldn't mind playing through that Zelda Switch game again. So yeah, that definitely left a lasting impression. But Ocarina of Time, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't really feel it on the N64, though. I didn't really give it any time on the N64, and then I bought a 3DS solely to play it because it's this legendary game, and everyone goes on about how incredible it is, and then I finally buy a 3DS, I play it, and I'm like, fuck me, this is boring. Like, it's just not for me. I've said that though many a time, so I'm going to try and give a different answer. Games that I would love to get into, but I just really can't. It's probably going to be RPG games. Like, I have completed so few RPGs, it's embarrassing, in all honesty. But it's just not my genre. It's not for me. It's really, really not for me. I played a third of Final Fantasy VII. I just can't get into it. I'll tell you one that I really am going to try bloody hard, though, is the new Kingdom Hearts. Well, not the new one. I'm going to try the older ones that have been remade on the PlayStation 4. I'm going to try those first. But I find sort of like this sort of Japanese anime storylines a little bit too, oh, just get fucking on with it, come on. You know, I think it's because I've grown up on arcadey games like Sega games, so when I play games like that, I just want the story to progress. Like, I don't care. Even when I watch things like Attack on Titan, which is good for the most part, I remember there were certain bits like, you know, finally something would happen and a Titan would grab her and you look like it's just about to go in for you know, something's about to happen, and it ends it on a nice cliffhanger. When the episode starts up again, you see, oh, they're just about to go into it, and then like the hero does this, huh? And then there's a big flashback of all his family, and like, I don't fucking care, just get back to the fucking Titan. Yeah, I get a lot of that with RPGs, and I'm just like, get on with it, get on with it. So even though I haven't really played that many of them, pretty much every Final Fantasy game that I have played, which is probably 8, 9 and 10, I don't know. 8 and 10 I think might have been the only ones. And like I say, I didn't finish Final Fantasy 7, but good old hype played the trump card, and I want to play that Final Fantasy 7 remake if they ever decide to release it. Right. Gary Pinkett asks, has there ever been a game you really wanted to like but just couldn't? Sorry. Tim Labonte asks, what was the first thing you ever edited officially? Right. So, let me think about this. So, I have to sort of justify officially in my mind. But, so, edited officially before I did... Okay, I can go further back than that, actually. So, I think obviously video editing. Before I had my own TV show, which I bring up every so often and people always seem to forget, I had my own like Jackass-inspired, or I suppose more Brainiac-inspired TV show called The Human Guinea Pigs. If you go searching on YouTube, you can see me in my underwear acting like an idiot with really long hair and having experiments hit on me, you know, in the name of science, and good family fun. Before that, we wasn't so family friendly, and we had our own website and we did some really dodgy stuff, which got us known, and that's how we got the TV show. And I edited one of the first video segments that we did for that. That's it, really. I won't show any of it because it's seriously old school and seriously embarrassing, and it would take too long to bloody change all of the... It's on Blu-ray. Someone put it on Blu-ray for us, and I've got to find ways to cut that off. But yeah. The original the original stuff that we did. Yeah, that was probably the earliest stuff. And then if you really want to know, as time went on, and we got a proper editor, and we got the TV show. Obviously, none of us edited that. It was a proper TV studio, TV company that edited the Human Guinea Pigs. When I ended up DJing, I got into video DJing, so I started learning how to video edit very quickly, making music videos using a lot of times game footage actually, and all these weird effects, sometimes just the music video, but doing all these weird cut and paste things to be able to be displayed up on the screens around me, and that's how I got into learning how to edit quite fast, and Slope's Gameroom was born. There you go, Tim. Thank you, Tim. And next up we've got Patrick Sturgos. So, with the return of Battletoads, what happens with the complete history? Will there be a quick review video on its own, or will you add it to the complete history like an updated remaster? And then he's actually added another one on, and now I realise it's a bit late. This post just came up on my phone notification 5 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, you're not too late. I'm very late in answering the question, so you're fine. You still got your question in, Patrick. Thank you very much. So, it's happened a few times, you know. Oh, they're not going to make another Double Dragon game. I'll make a bloody Double Dragon Complete History, and then number 5 comes out like a couple of weeks later. Like, no one predicted that. I think the craziest one was when I did Bounder Complete History, and then they made a Bounder mobile game. Like, no one realised that was going to happen. So what I always wanted to do, but it is really a case of making sure you've got enough time. What I wanted to do was be able to basically just review that one game, and then I'll reference the complete history rather than just re-upload a whole video with a little 2 minutes tacked onto the end. So what I'd like to do is just review the games. I'm not in a position to do that right now, because if I review a small little Battletoads game, or a small little Double Dragon 4 game, or Bounder the mobile game, or whatever other game comes out that was originally a part of a complete history, it's probably going to take time away from me doing the next complete history, or the next Kick Scammers. That's my next video, by the way, guys, a Kick Scammer. So yeah, like, what would you prefer? What would you prefer? A review of a small game, or would you like a brand new complete history? I mean, the complete histories take so much time to make, so when I start them, I am invested, and all I want to think about is F-Zero, 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 or whatever it is I'm working on at the time. It's completely life devoting, actually. I sit on the toilet looking it up. I'm in bed when I go to sleep, like looking it up or playing it if I can. You know, whatever. Like I just completely devote myself into the world of these games, and most of the time I hate them by the time I finish them. But recently not so much, because I've been doing some very, very good ones. In fact, even after I completed the Space Harrier video, I was still humming the tune for weeks. It was a bloody good game, that bloody good game. So until I become a little bit more, until I can take this full time. I hate saying that because I don't want certain people to know. Until I can take this full time, I'm obviously not going to be able to do a lot of smaller videos like that. But you know, maybe one day I'll be able to catch up on all those videos. But yes, there you go, guys. Like I said, I do apologise for this Q&A taking so long. That is all the questions now, by the way. I do apologise for this Q&A taking so long. If you want to ask me questions to be part of the next month one, and like I say, I'm doing that with Level Up Games, so that's going to be me with a couple of owners of a retro game shop. You want to ask us questions on maybe about collections, or even to those guys, and how hard it is to run a retro game shop, because it is, from what I can tell from retro game shops online, from videos I watch, most of them are American-based YouTubers. They don't seem to have as much of an issue. Look at that, I've got a subscriber. As much of an issue as the American ones. The UK ones seem to struggle a little bit more. I think there's maybe a bit more competition with bigger shops. I don't know. Maybe GameStop do it. I don't know. I don't live in America. But yeah, ask questions if you want to ask a UK retro game shop that's a bloody good one. It's got a good reputation. Please do ask away. Ask away. So, sorry, my voice is going again. I thought I almost made it there. Yes, so guys, yeah, if you want to ask questions, yeah, sign up to my Patreon. There's a tier for it. I really do appreciate it. I am absolutely exhausted. I'm not too well. I'm literally running out of voice. But it's because I'm doing so many bloody YouTube videos. And hey, if you see this as begging, fair play. But if this is the gateway for you guys either supporting me or supporting any of those YouTubers that you really do like, I highly suggest you do, because I know for a fact from the people that I speak to that are really taking this thing seriously, they put their heart and soul, and it's insane the amount of hours some of these YouTubers put into their videos, and I'm I'm definitely one of them, because I don't sleep a lot. Yes, anyway, begging over. Guys, thank you so much. Like I say, there will be hopefully a new Kick Scammer this weekend. It does depend. I am enjoying having a couple of days to try and bring myself back to reality, and then I can start it again, because it's been insane this last 5 or 6 weeks. Yeah, anyway, guys, hopefully there'll be a new Kick Scammer video this weekend. Regardless, there will be a new video this weekend, because I already have one ready in case something like this happens. That's planning for you. But anyway, until next time, this is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye.